inverse tangent of x is going to be equal with 1 over 1 plus x squared. So let's prove it. Proof. Let y is equal with the inverse tangent of x. Okay, now we are going to tangent both sides, to multiply by tangent both sides, and we have a tangent y is equal with the tangent of an inverse tangent of x. And now tangent of y is going to be equal, so tangent of inverse tangent is 1 times x, which is x. And this one we are going to differentiate with respect to x. And what do we have? So let me do one extra step. So we have a d over dx of a tangent y is equal with a d over dx of x. And now we are going to differentiate those two functions. And what do we get? The derivative of a tangent y is going to be a secant square y. Secant square y. And the y is a dy over dx. On the other hand, the derivative of x is 1. And now we want this to divide by secant square x, so I'm going to isolate dy over dx in one side, so the derivative. So now I'm going to divide by a secant square y. If I'm dividing by secant square y, so finally we can get the dy over dx is equal 1 over secant square y. And now trigonometric identity we know is a sine square y plus a cosine square y is equal with 1. And if we are dividing this one by cosine square y, we are going to get as follows. So we divided both sides. We divide this every term by a cosine square y, and this one by cosine square y. What do we get here? So sine square over cosine square is a tangent square y plus this one we can simplify is 1, and 1 over cosine square y is a secant square y. And what do we do now here? Instead of this secant square y here, we are going to substitute with the tangent square y. So what do we have here? Dy, okay, so over dx, so the derivative with respect to x is equal with 1 over a tangent square y plus 1. But now this tangent square y, what I have here, we are going to substitute here by x, because you see here we have a tangent square y is equal with x. Instead of the tangent square y, we are going to substitute by x. And finally we have dy over dx is equal with 1 over x squared plus 1, respectively 1 plus x squared. So we already proved this the inverse tangent x, derivative of inverse tangent x is equal with 1 over 1 plus x squared.